stop us now. 106.3 FM.
So this song is my testimony. Amen. Can I share it with you tonight? All right, let's go. I am who I am because of you. If it had not been for you, tell me where would I be? I was lost and sinking deep in sin, but you reached out your hand and rescued me. No one else can do the things you do.
Adom FM.
There's no one else but you. I am who I am because of you.
Adom 106.3 FM.
Had not been for you, tell me where.
Well, you never want to know. Oshaka Sima Bayer and Sona non swab or Channel non song pepe.
But you reach.
Yeah, the combat channel, bro. But okay, time for my transfer.
Kwago
Boko.
Adom ne dos pa.
Me hu ye mobo. Da dom no ase. Da dom no ase. Men hu tinkata no mienu miensa obetumi abon tel na fi wi a na se ekwe man no ekwe
Kwago yenkoi ene enra fellow Ghanaians wo ye nyina ye ne tua wone Ghana for ebedi nkita ho de toso edu enwotwe na ensem bebre na epiepie firi mu eno ene wode tudwa achese sabre de baby ya ba bedroin ema ye nti improve careless bia se bia covid-19 no wape baby de no afa nti ye betototo ene ma ase ama ochana nko aba betwi afa ye nso wose ye nkoso a na ye ni ye huni enhyehyɛ yempani ade egu akwam ni ye ni so sebe ya enema nyina betumi aboaye sa enkopem so woman no ye beba bedru zero infection stage no esese ye ma ye ni eda ho eno ane so omampani na sem eno no ena NPP ene ensensema sabre from aboni a ebo from anukonum ya pay kusogu de woginem ama wo mo ni nipa mienu a wonum ewuye no anopai Ghanaian Times ebo ho amane ena transfer voters any proxy and so let's no compilation and so say penny efrase a wo mo eyo eno nti eno so ehun nsem no Ghanaian Times de aba beto asem ena wo bokoko biem se kanesi odoko kwantempon no so no eno so yenhwe yie papa free say ensu yiri ya ensu to kakra bia na amma ne musu ewo ho no wasenkafo ema wo mani na ho se be ya enkofa wo yo ne bia emfa emre wo man no enti anopai Ghanaian Times GT ensama wode ebebe baaye ne de bebrebe na ebre no nti ye bono tew enti GT ne de bi eno no
Kwaku
mame
yango
yamre mame fa daily graphic de obokrata enfanto aso na daily graphic Ghana mampanyi na nado dan kwakufu ado ne mfonyi ne eda ena na nado echire mu se covid-19 ekwa yiso aye ne de awurade adoma so aba pa nemu made ba ko no wosre okuta ne nsame kora ne akyekede wosre mask no manfo nhye montonko so monhye upia bonte ahye wotina kai mu ahye ba bia wuko bi ahye sade be ya betimi de abo ho ban na de abo afoforo so ho ban na mampanyine kyerema active cases o manfo a yaire ne buo mu a wo betimi de asan krofo no wose na ni so ade hunu na si benya zero na kyese be free okra samra mekase active cases na na mahasa ene akyiri mampanyine kyerema wose zero ene ade a wo hwe animu sade be betimi abo ama bibia so etimi akoyi na kokobod ene nei wo mode won sama ba betoa panyimpa akokobod won ne da no Joseph Boahen edu ni fonyine eda ha ayesi kokobod for ma shase achese yeso o mo gada data na data na o mo gada na o mo de ba beboa ama akoko ho nsensem etimi akonka na ekoko kokobod asemi ma menche fifi boafo mi amenu ya fifi na no bi ameni ni sha wutu mi fubi na se futu no si jeda ko me no beche me de atum kotodwem pa fifi me de wase nyame sha pa enti ene daily graphic ensem bi kan we ho ene wo de aba mountain
daily guide obokrata nso eso ensem bebre no de enam eye infantimam na sebedwane a wonya ne ba bi ko ye no enra die NPP amanyoko no atintim nkrata e de stamp of siso fam de akoma bato komi sansa na yire obapa ofile Hayford wono ena eba besi na nan sanso ena o chese yape kusiogu mrahye bedwani ono so ne nansa wonya kan kwanhye free mu no wono so hyegu akwam a wo pa bi de esi na nan wo hono ma wode ho nsem akoto abato komisa enim na otukurure ne brawre nwoma so na se etu abebi opemso ya wotoso mienu ena etu amanyofo afuyi wose munyina mo ba beto Ghana se na ye Gold Coast ya eda honom ansa na ye ba besesa ne din aba be friend Ghana ebepem se amanyosem efrase democracy frase wo Ghana no Ghana koso atena sumdwem atena ne nkoso mu abepem na entinye nnei ena amanyofo modi mu ano kasafi kasa enye de kasa achiachia eba bebo man ni se to ema uja aba betomu enti watu amanyofo se 2020 abato ne ye kwa akoto ento anu mo bo ye
enkomotwetwe no bre no ya asonti mamenka tie for se enkomotwetwe no enkomotwetwe a me Chief Jerry Force na fe minua Philip Osei Bonsu na fe omahene Kwabena Sante yemi ansa na ebu me ne former president John Dramani Mahama etwetwen enti utie me ewo Adom 106.3 FM obetimi so adwan ne ya Facebook Adom 106.3 FM ewo Facebook na afei watimi ahwe enkomotwetwe no watie ne ekoso nyina nti join ne ewo Facebook live ye streaming live ewo Facebook na afei tie ewo Adom 106.3 FM enti no so wa pepe yede san komotwetwe no yede beba ekua
nsi medase sede na mano asie no otufo ena etu amanyefofo no ese 2020 abato ye hwese ye boa ye ho akoto ada ye beto bewie no na oman no da so na sumdwe ya amanyefo asabrei wo mo epre no wo mo babeto ye no sanso ena ye wura kokwansa Hayford wo tese ni wo wo no ye ka sei
mamenda masena ye fancy ha
no so na bo
mamenda masena ye fancy na bo ye fancy ha
So baby baby Abwagana
Edruso no ene oman hene
So baby baby Abwagana Nagana beyo Eyo efeminoro Mi mangana adeshe mama mama mumeneswe mama yefebia kuye ni odo efansumi yemeni na omeni ye yakasara japadea yanana no di abebrese gede to maye inchi asemena use yasungana yiye anya sabe dachi chiriba baba bebuya
Adom 106.3 FM and Adom TV over the MultiMedia Group in your form the Adom cluster. Your election headquarters, Kokromoti Power, elections 2020, be 50 days from Ene Yeko Akwakotuaba. And as part of your comprehensive coverage of the 2020 elections, no, Yasha say the interviews Bibrinane de Abremo. And the Nyamia Adom Yenya, the leader of the largest opposition party in our country, the NDC, or a former president of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Ewaha, Yene Babidi Enkomo. Many your Saibons to Enyamenkwana Mewaha. Many Chief Jerry Force and Oko Adom 106.3 FM or no any host of Dwaso Nsem. Sanso and Yenya Penny, or Mine Hene Kwabena Sante, Oko Adom TV on any host of Bidrim. Yemi and Sa and the Yabum Yene. We are hoping for the next 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours, no, we'll bring you everything you want to know about the NDC, the campaign generally, policies for the Ghanaian people. So nyame wana dom na umutimi eba abemwe. Yebedi People's Manifesto ne ho enkomo na yahwe the legacy of the man, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Yewiya nsemi sebia ewo ho a ewo si ebusa no. Yebi busa na fi age anu yie ewo ne ho. Your Excellency, welcome. Did you have a call there?
Obi, and send your man here. The first time I saw now, oh yeah, some little I want to teach you man classic from the boy.
Yes. Yeah, why
Waba is coming far a long way. Yeah. A long way.
Yes, I appreciate. But to start with, at the end of the more side business officers back to the president. Why?
Well, it's not Ghana for so. It's a choice, a democratic choice that our people make. Now, sir, we had a program and they were consolidating the economy. I think we had got a second term, we would have accelerated the growth of the economy. Okay, I say 2016, the World Bank, IMF, everybody predicted that Ghana's economy was going to grow by 8.5%. It was nothing to do with the new government hereby. It was the plans and programs we had laid. Now, two new oil fields, the production was coming in. We're going to use that accelerating infrastructure development, economic acceleration. The opportunities are that they have squandered on, just consumption. Ocean real sector now, the investment has gone down completely, barely 3%. We're hitting about 5% on capital development. Now, if you don't invest in capital development, then you're going nowhere. And we believe, sir, your programs now near implemented. It's important for us to continue so that we can do the fiscal consolidation in Ghana here to take us to the next level.
Well, but to do a follow-up quick one of the issues that this administration is with you tout to say, infrastructure, development, and all those things. But they've always tagged you value for money, value for money, value for money. That has been the tag. A core yard to Ghana for the donor dream. Again, you were tagged with corruptible acts, not your person, but your administration. Emma, you can say, as to provide such an act there, clearly you cannot win yourself from.
What did you tell me? Roma engineers in the Ministry of Roads they work on these same roads. Are the same engineers who are there working with this same government, who has been arrested or investigated for inflated projects. Inflated projects are okay in the real was an inflation. Show us where the inflation was. It's based on very simplistic thinking. Kaswa interchanger. Also, why is it this expensive? He was comparing interchanges with different scopes of works. It is layman about engineering, and then you decide that I just look at this and say that this one is more expensive. Kaswa interchange, 3 bridges together. Then about 2 secondary schools, brand new secondary schools, or polyclinic, 21 kilometers of roads in Ga East District. 20 communities got clean drinking water. It is a bridge, don't can say, this bridge is too expensive. Then there's something wrong with you. What I say? Kwabin Nkrumah interchange. Now say, so me compare why is this one more expensive? It is just because they don't understand, engineering. They don't understand that things have to do with scope of work. We see one hospital here. You see hospital for 26 million. But America said it was too expensive. Recently, President Akufo-Addo Katir sought for a new hospital in Shama for 32 million euro. MultiMedia say it's inflated. I can't say it's inflated because the main scope of works that hospital entails. It was political propaganda just to get anger at me, say I inflate the contracts, take the extra money and put in my pocket. So 32 million euro contract, no. President Akufo-Addo did the new hospital. This is just a basic comparison because they are both hospitals. And so that propaganda, we expect some media you would interrogate it and see that a lot of it is just political propaganda to try and defame a person. We did a lot of infrastructure works. If they almost believe there's an inflation, investigate and find out. You can prosecute people for it. Also, the same engineers were doing a kilometer of asphalt for $1.2 million. Yes. And they are doing it for $1.6 million. Is it inflated? Into these things, you must consider them. So, I can say, you're crying, and you're doing a road here. This road might be more expensive, even though they're the same kilometers, 10 kilometers. Yeah. Also, where the culverts you have to build because of the rivers that cross the road will be more than if you are building a kilometer of road, say in northern Ghana, because the road is flat, the land is flat, and there are fewer streams crossing. A kilometer of road there will be less expensive than a kilometer of road, say, in western region, because every 1 kilometer you go, there's a stream passing under the road. It makes me feel that they don't have that kind of reasoning to be able to appreciate what goes into social and economic infrastructure.
The Pukwasi interchange, for example.
Yeah.
The loan facility under your administration somewhere in the regions of 86 million. a 3-tier interchange. Of course, this government claims or more are renegotiating a 4th tier.
It depends on what changes you make to the engineering.
Absolutely.
I know you can have the omnibus funding,
yes,
but with changing engineering now, you can shorten some things, add another tier, and make a change within the scope of the same facility.
Now, if you compare the Pokwasi interchange to say cycle, that's a cycle in the regions of around 260 million. Then 86 million. For a layman in resistance.
Until America say they are being simplistic in their analysis because you must look at scope of works and
okay.
What I say?
Okay.
Second interchange was the longest bridge overpass in West Africa. The longest overpass is here in Ghana. A Pejafi NS chemist, a Kopim almost New Times Corporation junction. What I say? And apart from that, drainage works near Nyomina Ekaho. So you must look at the scope of works, and you won't be just far wide doing can say, oh, sir, interchange, a year 86 million, we year this amount. So because of that, it means somebody has inflated the contract. To whose benefit? And the engineers or designer, call them and ask them, why is this more expensive than this? And let them explain to you.
Okay.
And if somebody has inflated, prosecute them. 4 years, who has been prosecuted for any inflated contract?
CJ, on this, no will be there.
Yes, but many are penny on my why you want to come back after 3.5 years in opposition. What must say? What went wrong in your administration? What me up in pointing Yama? Rectify.
There are some things we did very well, and we did very well. We moved this country to the next level. We share from 2008 to 2016, we grew Ghana's economy from $28 billion to $55 billion by the time we were leaving office. That was a quantum jump in the size of GDP. There are many things we did. Infrastructure. Make what I pray. Every community I go to is thanks. When I my Kenya, when I my hospital, when I my school, when I say, we feel so. Your police station, I see your jack and rim. Your school and now we see your jack and rim. You understand? And so we get a lot of gratitude for the work we did, in terms of improving people's lives. But you always sit in hindsight and say that, look, Anka, there are some things that we could have done better.
Yes.
And the same mistakes end up being here. It's to do with youth employment. Again, we're taking time bomb by Oko village, there are a lot of young people. We have SHS, we have there, and we have better feel. So I want to know to you. And my dream is our next year, we'll do the hospitals and things. But I was here, I call how to find employment for these young people. And she said, Papa, we have to look at. So I have a mind to say Germany near the other. They are moving them as our countries, and they are skilled manpower. And just the long book learning. What I say, most people are middle-level technicians, plumbers, welders near there. I always give this example. Say, Abraham, president, when we were working on the new oil fields, now you believe some subsea pipelines, and also or pay 300 welders. Maybe because welders, apprentice were almost welding. And so 300 welders, almost they must have the American certificate of welding. That's the first time I might say there were some certificates in terms of proficiency in welding. And you say that certificate is awarded only at the International Maritime University. In here 300, they tested so many people. In here 60 pay. And eventually, Okofa be free Cote d'Ivoire and or be free Italy to complete that particular project. And about my view, say our economy is changing. I think it's not just the book long, any long grammar, PhD near there. We need people with skills, plumbing near there. The oil rig, they have plumbers, they have electricians and others, but proficiency, is